Ladies and gentlemen, there is a profound wisdom that echoes through the corridors of time, a wisdom that calls us to embrace authenticity, to cast aside the masks we wear, and to be real with ourselves. This wisdom, though ancient, is ever relevant in our modern world, where appearances often take precedence over substance, and where the pursuit of external validation can overshadow the quest for inner truth. To be real with oneself is to embark on a journey of self-discovery, a journey that requires courage, honesty, and a willingness to confront the uncomfortable truths that reside within us. It is a journey that asks us to strip away the layers of pretense and illusion, to look deeply into our own hearts, and to embrace our true selves with all our strengths and weaknesses. The masks we wear. From an early age, we learn to wear masks. We are taught to conform to societal expectations, to seek approval from others, and to hide our true feelings for fear of judgment or rejection. These masks become a part of us, shaping our identities and dictating our actions. Yet they also create a barrier between who we are and who we pretend to be. The first step towards being real with oneself is to recognize the masks we wear. This requires introspection and self-awareness. We must ask ourselves, what am I hiding? Why do I feel the need to present a facade? What am I afraid of revealing? The courage to confront. Being real with oneself demands courage, the courage to confront our fears, our insecurities, and our deepest vulnerabilities. It is not an easy task, for it involves facing the parts of ourselves that we would rather ignore or deny. Yet it is only through this confrontation that we can begin to heal and grow. Fear is often at the root of our reluctance to be real. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough. These fears can paralyze us, keeping us trapped in a cycle of self-deception. But if we are to be true to ourselves, we must confront these fears head-on. We must acknowledge them, understand them, and ultimately overcome them. Facing imperfection. To be real with oneself is to embrace imperfection. We live in a world that often celebrates perfection and success, and it can be easy to fall into the trap of believing that we must be flawless to be worthy. However, true authenticity lies in accepting our imperfections and recognizing that they are a part of what makes us human. We are all flawed beings, each with our own set of strengths and weaknesses. To be real is to accept this reality and to love ourselves despite, or perhaps because of, our imperfections. It is to understand that our worth is not determined by our ability to meet some external standard of perfection, but by our willingness to be honest and true to ourselves. The power of vulnerability. Vulnerability is often seen as a weakness, something to be hidden or avoided. However, it is in our moments of vulnerability that we find our greatest strength. To be real with oneself is to allow oneself to be vulnerable, to open up and share one's true feelings and experiences without fear of judgment. When we embrace vulnerability, we allow ourselves to connect with others on a deeper level. We create space for genuine relationships, built on trust and understanding. We also give ourselves the freedom to grow and learn, for it is through our vulnerabilities that we gain insight into our true selves. The journey of self-discovery. Being real with oneself is a continuous journey of self-discovery. It is not a destination to be reached, but a path to be walked. Along this path, we must remain open to learning and evolving, constantly seeking to understand ourselves better and to live in alignment with our true values and beliefs. This journey requires patience and compassion. We must be gentle with ourselves, recognizing that self-discovery is a process that takes time and effort. We will make mistakes along the way, and that is okay. What matters is that we remain committed to being real, to seeking the truth within ourselves, and to living authentically. Living authentically. To live authentically is to align our actions with our true selves. It is to make choices that reflect our values and beliefs, rather than those dictated by societal expectations or the desire for external validation. It is to live with integrity, to be honest in our interactions with others, and to stand firm in our convictions. Living authentically also means taking responsibility for our lives. It means acknowledging our mistakes, learning from them, and making changes where necessary. It means being accountable for our actions and their consequences, and not shifting blame onto others. The role of self-compassion. In our journey to be real with ourselves, self-compassion plays a crucial role. It is easy to be critical of ourselves, to focus on our shortcomings and failures. However, self-compassion allows us to treat ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a friend. Self-compassion involves recognizing our common humanity, understanding that we are not alone in our struggles and imperfections. It means being mindful of our inner dialogue, replacing self-criticism with words of encouragement and support. By practicing self-compassion, we create a safe space within ourselves where we can be honest and authentic without fear of judgment. The impact of authenticity. The impact of being real with oneself extends beyond our own lives. When we live authentically, we inspire others to do the same. Our authenticity creates a ripple effect, encouraging those around us to embrace their true selves and to live with integrity. Authenticity also fosters deeper and more meaningful connections. When we are real with ourselves, we can be real with others. This authenticity builds trust and respect, laying the foundation for strong and lasting relationships. The path to inner peace. Ultimately, being real with oneself is a path to inner peace. When we align our lives with our true selves, we experience a sense of harmony and fulfillment. We no longer feel the need to hide behind masks or to seek validation from others. Instead, we find contentment in being who we truly are. Inner peace comes from knowing that we are living in accordance with our values and beliefs. It comes from the acceptance of our imperfections and the recognition of our worth. It comes from the courage to be vulnerable and the commitment to continuous self-discovery. The challenge of societal expectations. The journey to being real with oneself is often challenged by societal expectations and pressures. Society has its own set of norms, standards, and definitions of success, beauty, and worthiness. These societal expectations can be overwhelming and can lead us to conform rather than to be true to ourselves. We are constantly bombarded with messages about who we should be, what we should achieve, and how we should look. These messages come from various sources: media, culture, family, and peers. They create a noise that can drown out our inner voice, making it difficult to hear our own truth. To be real with oneself, we must learn to silence this external noise and tune into our inner voice. This requires discernment and a strong sense of self. We must be able to distinguish between what is truly important to us and what is merely a reflection of societal expectations. We must have the courage to reject what does not resonate with our authentic selves and to embrace what does. The role of reflection. Reflection is a powerful tool on the journey to being real with oneself. It allows us to pause, look inward, and gain clarity about who we are and what we value. Through reflection, we can assess our actions, beliefs, and motivations and make adjustments where necessary. Regular reflection helps us stay connected to our true selves. It provides an opportunity to check in with ourselves to see if we are living in alignment with our values and beliefs. It helps us identify areas where we may be compromising our authenticity and encourages us to make changes that bring us back to our true path. Reflection can take many forms: journaling, meditation, prayer, or simply spending quiet time in nature. The key is to find a practice that resonates with us and to make it a regular part of our lives. Through consistent reflection, we can cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and strengthen our commitment to being real. The importance of boundaries. Being real with oneself also involves setting and maintaining healthy boundaries. Boundaries are essential for protecting our authenticity and ensuring that our interactions with others are respectful and supportive of our true selves. Setting boundaries means being clear about what is acceptable and what is not. It means having the courage to say no to things that do not serve us or align with our values. It means prioritizing our own well-being and not allowing others to dictate how we should live our lives. Maintaining boundaries requires assertiveness and self-respect. It involves communicating our needs and expectations clearly and standing firm in our convictions. While this can be challenging, especially if we are used to pleasing others or seeking their approval, it is a crucial step in being real with ourselves. The gift of self-acceptance. Self-acceptance is a cornerstone of being real with oneself. It is the recognition and acceptance of all aspects of ourselves, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Self-acceptance means loving ourselves unconditionally, without judgment or criticism. When we accept ourselves, we free ourselves from the need to seek validation from others. We become less concerned with how we are perceived and more focused on how we truly feel. Self-acceptance gives us the confidence to be authentic and to live in a way that is true to ourselves. Self-acceptance also involves forgiving ourselves for our mistakes and shortcomings. It means understanding that we are human and that imperfection is a part of the human experience. By practicing self-forgiveness, we can release feelings of guilt and shame and move forward with a greater sense of peace and self-worth. Embracing change and growth. Being real with oneself is not a static state but a dynamic process. It involves continuous growth and evolution. As we journey through life, our experiences, relationships, and insights shape us and contribute to our personal development. Embracing change and growth is an integral part of being real. It means being open to new experiences, learning from our challenges, and allowing ourselves to evolve. It means letting go of old identities and beliefs that no longer serve us and embracing new ways of being that align with our true selves. Growth often requires us to step out of our comfort zones and to face the unknown. It can be uncomfortable and even frightening, but it is through these experiences that we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and our potential. By embracing change and growth, we can become more authentic and live more fulfilling lives. The power of authentic relationships. Authentic relationships are built on the foundation of honesty, trust, and mutual respect. When we are real with ourselves, we can cultivate relationships that are genuine and meaningful. We can connect with others on a deeper level, creating bonds that are based on truth and understanding. Authentic relationships require vulnerability and openness. They involve sharing our true selves, our thoughts, feelings, and experiences with others. This level of intimacy can be challenging, but it is also incredibly rewarding. It allows us to be seen and accepted for who we truly are, and it fosters a sense of connection and belonging. In authentic relationships, we can support and encourage each other's growth. We can provide a safe space for each other to be real and to explore our true selves. These relationships are a source of strength and inspiration, helping us to stay committed to our journey of authenticity. Finding purpose and meaning. Being real with oneself also involves finding purpose and meaning in life. It means identifying what truly matters to us and aligning our actions with our values and passions. Purpose gives us a sense of direction and motivation, guiding us towards a life that is fulfilling and meaningful. To find our purpose, we must look inward and listen to our inner voice. We must ask ourselves what brings us joy, what we are passionate about, and what we want to contribute to the world. Our purpose is often linked to our unique talents and experiences, and it reflects our deepest values and beliefs. Living with purpose means making choices that are in alignment with our true selves. It means pursuing goals that resonate with us and that bring us a sense of fulfillment. It means dedicating our time and energy to activities that are meaningful and that contribute to our overall well-being. The role of integrity. Integrity is a key component of being real with oneself. It involves living in a way that is consistent with our values and beliefs. It means being honest with ourselves and with others, and acting in a way that reflects our true selves. Living with integrity requires us to be accountable for our actions and to take responsibility for our choices. It means standing up for what we believe in, even when it is difficult or unpopular. Integrity involves being true to our word and following through on our commitments. When we live with integrity, we build trust and respect both with ourselves and with others. We create a sense of alignment and harmony in our lives, and we gain a deep sense of satisfaction from knowing that we are living authentically. Overcoming self-deception. Self-deception is a barrier to being real with oneself. It involves lying to ourselves or convincing ourselves of something that is not true in order to avoid discomfort or to maintain a certain image. Self-deception can prevent us from seeing our true selves and from living authentically. Overcoming self-deception requires honesty and self-awareness. It means being willing to face the truth even when it is uncomfortable or painful. It involves examining our beliefs and assumptions and being open to the possibility that we may be wrong. To overcome self-deception, we must cultivate a practice of self-inquiry. We must ask ourselves tough questions and be willing to confront the answers. We must also seek feedback from others and be open to their perspectives. By doing so, we can gain a clearer understanding of ourselves and make choices that are aligned with our true selves. Embracing mindfulness. Mindfulness is a powerful practice that can support us on our journey to being real with ourselves. It involves paying attention to the present moment with openness and non-judgment. Through mindfulness, we can cultivate a deeper awareness of our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, allowing us to connect with our true selves. Mindfulness encourages us to observe our inner experiences without reacting to them. This observation helps us to recognize patterns, identify areas of self-deception, and understand our motivations more clearly. By practicing mindfulness, we can develop greater self-awareness and learn to respond to our inner experiences in ways that align with our authentic selves. Mindfulness can be practiced in various ways through meditation, mindful breathing, or simply by bringing awareness to our daily activities. The key is to be present and attentive, to observe without judgment, and to embrace each moment as an opportunity for self-discovery. The role of gratitude. Gratitude is another important aspect of being real with oneself. It involves recognizing and appreciating the positive aspects of our lives and acknowledging the gifts and blessings we have received. Gratitude helps us to cultivate a positive mindset and to focus on what truly matters. When we practice gratitude, we shift our attention away from what is lacking or what we wish to change and instead focus on the abundance in our lives. This shift in perspective can help us to feel more content and fulfilled, making it easier to embrace our true selves. Gratitude also fosters a sense of connection with others and with the world around us. It reminds us of our interdependence and the many ways in which we are supported by others. By cultivating gratitude, we can deepen our sense of belonging and strengthen our relationships. Embracing solitude. Solitude is an important aspect of the journey to being real with oneself. It provides an opportunity for introspection and self-reflection, allowing us to connect with our inner selves without distractions. In solitude, we can explore our thoughts, feelings, and desires more deeply and gain clarity about who we are and what we want. Solitude can be a source of renewal and inspiration. It allows us to step away from the noise and busyness of daily life and to reconnect with our inner wisdom. By embracing solitude, we can create space for creativity, contemplation, and personal growth. While solitude can sometimes feel uncomfortable or lonely, it is essential for our well-being. It provides an opportunity to recharge and to cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves. By making time for solitude, we can strengthen our connection with our true selves and live more authentically. The impact of self-awareness. Self-awareness is a foundational element of being real with oneself. It involves having a clear and accurate understanding of our thoughts, feelings, behaviors, and motivations. Self-awareness allows us to see ourselves objectively and to recognize the ways in which we may be deceiving ourselves or compromising our authenticity. Developing self-awareness requires ongoing reflection and self-examination. It involves being honest with ourselves and being willing to confront uncomfortable truths. Through self-awareness, we can gain insight into our patterns of behavior, identify areas for growth, and make choices that align with our true selves. Self-awareness also helps us to understand our impact on others. It allows us to see how our actions and behaviors affect those around us, and to make adjustments where necessary. By cultivating self-awareness, we can build stronger, more authentic relationships and create a more positive impact in the world. The power of intuition. Intuition is a valuable guide on the journey to being real with oneself. It is the inner knowing that arises from a deep connection with our true selves. Intuition provides insight and guidance that goes beyond rational thought and logical reasoning. Listening to our intuition involves tuning into our inner voice and trusting our gut feelings. It means paying attention to the subtle cues and signals that arise from within and allowing them to guide our decisions and actions. Intuition can help us navigate complex situations, make important choices, and stay true to ourselves. Developing intuition requires practice and patience. It involves quieting the mind, being present, and creating space for inner listening. By cultivating our intuition, we can gain greater clarity and confidence in our path and make choices that are aligned with our authentic selves. The journey of self-compassion. Self-compassion is a vital component of being real with oneself. It involves treating ourselves with kindness, understanding, and acceptance, especially in moments of difficulty or failure. Self-compassion allows us to acknowledge our imperfections and to embrace our humanity. When we practice self-compassion, we create a supportive inner environment that fosters growth and healing. We learn to be gentle with ourselves, to forgive our mistakes, and to encourage ourselves with positive and nurturing thoughts. Self-compassion helps us to build resilience and to navigate challenges with greater ease and grace. Self-compassion also enhances our capacity for empathy and compassion towards others. By recognizing our own struggles and imperfections, we become more understanding and supportive of the struggles of others. This creates a sense of connection and fosters more authentic and compassionate relationships. The role of authentic expression. Authentic expression is a key aspect of being real with oneself. It involves sharing our true thoughts, feelings, and experiences with others in an honest and open way. Authentic expression allows us to communicate who we truly are and to connect with others on a deeper level. Authentic expression requires courage and vulnerability. It means being willing to show up as our true selves, even when it feels risky or uncomfortable. It involves speaking our truth, setting boundaries, and standing up for what we believe in. When we express ourselves authentically, we create space for genuine connection and understanding. We allow others to see us as we truly are and to respond to us in a meaningful way. Authentic expression also empowers us to live in alignment with our values and beliefs, fostering a sense of integrity and fulfillment. Embracing the journey. The journey to being real with oneself is a lifelong process. It is a path of continuous growth, learning, and self-discovery. Along this journey, we will encounter challenges and obstacles, but we will also experience moments of profound insight and transformation. As we embrace this journey, let us remember to be patient and compassionate with ourselves. Let us celebrate our progress and learn from our experiences, knowing that every step we take brings us closer to our true selves. Let us cultivate a sense of curiosity and openness, allowing ourselves to explore new aspects of our identity and to evolve in meaningful ways. In conclusion, being real with oneself is a journey of courage, honesty, and self-discovery. It involves embracing our true selves with all our strengths and weaknesses, practicing self-compassion, and living authentically. May we all find the strength to embark on this journey, to embrace our true selves, and to live lives that are rich with meaning and purpose. Thank you